Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm on the West Coast at 6 a.m. here. I've been up for about 2 hours. I've gone to 7-Eleven, got my coffee, and I've been working on getting my Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys report on, because you know you can't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. And then I come across Earl Thomas. We've talked about him forever, and I know you guys are just like, give it up. It's not going to happen. Well, you told me the same thing about Des Bryant, who currently is visiting New England. That's right. He might become a New England Patriot. So I've been called an idiot before when I got Dak Prescott's jersey for Michael's birthday a couple of years ago, and people were like, he's the third string quarterback. Why are you buying that jersey? I said, because that guy is going to be the Dallas Cowboy starter. But anyway, Earl Thomas, who hasn't been doing a lot of Instagram lately, before, you know, every time some Cowboy fans and stuff would say stuff, Earl Thomas would go ahead and he'd like or pass it and things. Even got my guy Cowboy Crunk in with the Kevin Frazier back and forth and things. He's finally put out a statement on his Instagram. I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm sorry I'm not a great out loud reader, but I want to make sure I don't just give you the clip notes. I want to get it and get the feel of this. He's got a picture of him on the sidelines working out where he's kneeling. The caption is, "Here's what's actually going on." Right away, I want to make something clear. I don't like doing this kind of stuff. If you know anything about me, you probably know that. Just by nature, I'm not a very talkative person. One of the reasons I've always played so hard is because I want my actions on the field to speak for me. But I can't do that right now, and I'm in a situation where I feel I really have something to say, to say something. Not just on my behalf or myself, but also for players around the league who are currently in the same position as me, or who will in the future. A lot of people talk about how short the average NFL career is. They're right. Over the years, I've seen a lot of talented players come and go. What you discover pretty quickly is that in order to survive, football demands everything of you, not just physically and mentally, but emotionally as well. And my feeling is, if you do not manage to survive, if you do manage to survive, and especially if you thrive in this league, then that's something that should be acknowledged, and it's something that should be respected. If you're risking your body to deliver all of the values to an organization, then you deserve some sort of assurance that the organization will take care of you if you get hurt. It's that simple. This isn't new. This isn't complicated. It's the reason I'm holding out. I want to be able to give my everything on every play without any doubt in my mind. And it's the reason why I'm asking the Seahawks to do one of two things. Offer me extension, or trade me to a team that wants me to be part of their future. I wish I was on camp right now. I'm talking, and I'm talking right now. I'm ready. I've been preparing my body all off season to be at an NFL camp. All I want to be is out there playing. Instead, I'm here working out and waiting. But while I have you, I have a few other things I'd like to say. I am the same player that I was when I first came into the league. No, I'm a little bit better. Part of that comes from the work I put in, but also comes from things I've learned along the way. My first press conference as a Seahawk definitely counts as a learning experience. I was one of the youngest players in the draft, only 20 years old, and I was excited to be in the NFL, but I still didn't fully understand that being a professional was a different deal. So the day after I was drafted, I showed up at the press conference in a muscle shirt and shorts, looking like I was going to a workout. It was bad. I knew I'd messed up as soon as I saw Russell Okung out there wearing a full suit. The coaches, man, they had to give me some team gear to put on, so I just looked presentable. And lesson learned, that changed how I've gone about doing press conferences ever since. My time in Seattle has been filled with a lot of moments of growth like that. Small lessons that have added up to make me a player that I am today. In the past 8 seasons, I've been named an All-Pro 5 times and made the Pro Bowl since 2011, minus the one season I was injured. I was there when Marshawn Lynch caused an earthquake against the Saints. I was there when we shocked the world against the Broncos in the Super Bowl. I've been there over the last several years as the franchise has gone from being happy to win to expecting to win. I was part of all that. I'm very proud of it, and that's one of the things that this has been very frustrating. This idea that I'm doing it because I don't want to play football for Seattle anymore. That's just not true. I love Seattle, but I hoped I wouldn't even have to say that. I hope that the way I played for this team over the last 8 years will tell you all you need to know. I love Seattle. With that being said, I've also learned why I need to take care of the business side of things. In the NFL, no matter what you've done or what you've accomplished, teams are constantly reminding you that you don't matter. In the NFL, no matter what you've done or what you've accomplished, teams are constantly reminding you that you don't matter. I still remember back when Tapupa was the heart of our defense. He was one of the hardest workers I've ever been around. He was great to learn from as a younger player. He made calls and always stepped up to make big plays. He was just up good at the game. What did he get for all that? After 6 seasons with the team, they asked him to take a pay cut. When he said no, he was released. That kind of shocked me, but it was also a good lesson of how, at any given time, a team can refuse to honor your contract and get rid of you. So no matter how much you like a team or care about the game, you have to look out for yourself when it comes to the business ends of things. Just look what happened this last season. We played Thursday night against the Cardinals in November. Those games are always tough in terms of injuries because of the quick turnaround. But man, even still, there was one person in the stadium who would have guessed that that night would be the last time Richard and Cam would play for the Seahawks. I'll never forget being on the sideline when Sherm went down. He was in cover 2 on a routine dig route. It was something I'd watched him do a million times, really basic coverage. But on that particular play, for whatever reason, his Achilles gave out. Later on, Cam walked off the field and said he had a funny feeling in his neck. Just a funny feeling, and I said, man, Cam's a warrior. We've been through a lot together, so of course I thought he'd be fine. But then after the game, it's crazy. I found out the injury was career-threatening. A few weeks ago, he announced his retirement, just like that. The last contract I signed in Seattle, it was the Legion of Boom in mind. And I think our unit will be remembered as one of the greatest in history. And I wanted the team to be able to keep us together, but one by one, pretty much all the guys have left, and not a lot of time, and not on great terms. Of course, we all know we're risking everything when we walk on the field, but that Thursday night game really cemented in my mind the truth, which is that your entire life can be changed in one play. And when it does, no matter what you've accomplished, Pat, you can still get cut without even as much as a negotiation. That's what happened to Sherm, one of the all-time greats, and I can know what can happen to me too. The past few weeks, I've had a bunch of guys, I didn't realize it was this long. I've had a bunch of guys reach out to me and offer their support and just talk about their experiences of being in my situation. One of them was Eric Weddle. He was dominant for the Chargers for 9 seasons, and then everything went south. When he asked the team to make a commitment, they treated him like he was being selfish. All he wanted was an opportunity to finish a career where he started after a decade of grind. He just wanted some security. How selfish is that? I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm really grateful to the players and fans who offer their support, because without this process, it leaves you feeling alone. Honestly, I think one of the reasons the team treats players like they do is because they can get away with it. They're good at placing blame on players who sit out by making the entire process become a very public and very negative towards the reputation. It's like I have no way of even knowing what they might be telling the press, teammates about me. As for myself, someone as myself who doesn't usually talk, that makes you feel kind of helpless. But I'm standing strong on this because I've got to. I'm standing strong when it comes to getting what I deserve. I've been one of the best defensive players in the league for the better part of a decade, and the numbers show that this team plays much better with me than without me. Beyond that, I still have some great years of football left in my tank. I don't even want to come close to slowing down. I'm still working to get better. So if all of this can happen to me, man, wow, then I know it can happen to anyone. As a rookie, especially, on the Seattle Seahawks, you're eased into the culture of brotherhood. You develop this love and respect for guys you play with and fans you play for, that making you want to give everything to the team. And that's a special feeling. But what you don't realize is that once you've given everything, once you've gotten all of those battle scars that come with success, your team doesn't value the same. There's no thank you in this league. There are only goodbyes. In the end, it's like I said, if Seahawks don't intend on having me around for long term, then I understand. And if they want to start over and rebuild, then that's their right. It's part of the business. I'm not what they want, but I get it. All I ask though is that in this case, they don't want me anymore. Just trade me to an organization that does. Please trade me to a team that wants me so I can give my all to them for the rest of my career. The players have taken time to get to know me. They know the person I am. They know I'm not selfish. They know I wasn't born with money. They know I just work hard. With a big heart, who has given everything, who has gotten for the last 8 years of Seattle and the great game of football. But they also know that I'm not done yet, not by a long shot, and I still have a lot to give. I've still got tackles to make, I've still got games to win, and God willing, I've still got trophies to raise. So thanks for hearing me out, and we'll see what happens from here. I'll catch you this season on one side of the field or the other. Earl Thomas. I got goosebumps. Things that he said, you guys have heard me say over and over again that every player is one play away from being done. Ryan Shazier, last year, one play, boom. He's learning how to walk again. And like I've always said, it doesn't matter if you're Emmitt Smith. When they're done with you, they are done with you. It's all about business. Take a look at New England yesterday. Wide receiver gets a hamstring pull, cut. You're damaged goods. You're cut, just like that. There is no course. You know, a team can tell you to take a pay cut, or we're going to release you. You are constantly on edge. So I understand this point here. And I know you're going to say that it's just because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. No, here's the thing. I do not blame a player for wanting to get taken care of. What they do on a weekly, daily, yearly basis is unbelievable. It's literally like being in 40 car crashes on Sunday. The things they have to do, the pain they have to deal with, the medication, the treatments, the surgeries. And when you meet players, some of these players after football, their bodies are screwed up, their minds are screwed up. The passion that is in that is unbelievable. He realizes it's a business, but he's also got his heart behind what he does. And that's kind of a rare thing because most people will look at it and just say it's all about the money. Clearly, it's also the game. I don't know where this goes, but I think Earl Thomas has kind of flipped the script a little bit by putting this out there because, as they always do, whenever there's a situation with the player, the team will always do stuff to save face. And he's right. They scapegoat the player. Oh, he's just selfish. No.
Do you have the key?
Would you, on your job, take a pay cut? You make $20 an hour? Hey, why don't you take $10 an hour instead? What? Hell no. One play, you lose your job. So this is definitely heating up. Wow. Wow. It's going to get interesting. It definitely is going to get interesting because now it's going to be, Earl Thomas is playing this the right way because he's making it a distraction. It is now, here's what I want. It's real simple. I'm on the last year of my contract. I could be Richard Sherman, I could be Cam Chancellor in one play, I'm done. and I'm done. I just want some security. So now the ball is in Seattle's court. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of this talking today. Sorry I'm not a great out loud reader, but I wanted to put this in its entirety to you guys. So about another hour or two, we're going to be headed out to Oxnard. Can't wait to get there. I'm Mark Holmes with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and we're going to have a great day in Oxnard. I'll see you soon.